Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love, and today we're gonna be making fettuccine egg noodles. So this is a super low carb noodle, and of course it's made with egg, and I'm gonna show you, this is something that you can use while doing an egg fast. And if you're not into egg fast, then this is just a great noodle substitute. So I've been doing this here and there for about 2 years, and honestly, it's super delicious, super low in carbs, and you guys are gonna love it. So now we're going to get started with our eggs. It's always best if they are room temperature. So 4 of these little bad boys. Okay. We have 2 ounces of softened cream cheese. We just put this in the microwave for like 30 seconds. We're gonna throw that right in. Then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, about an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. This is more to taste, but I'm doing an 1/8, and about an 1/8 of salt, okay? So now let's go ahead and mix this. I whisk that for about 1 minute on a medium-high speed, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna spray our little baking pan. It's just a little bit of avocado oil. This just helps the parchment paper actually stick. Okay, and now we spray the parchment paper so this doesn't stick, and we pour right in. Okay, this is just such an easy noodle substitute, and I personally love it. Okay, and make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees. We're gonna get this in there. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and bake this for 15 minutes. We're gonna get started with our sauce. This is our Alfredo sauce. It's super simple. We have a 1/3 cup of heavy cream. I'm just gonna pour that in. We have 2 ounces of cream cheese. We're actually just gonna pour everything in. 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay. A 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. So this is like a blend with Asiago and Parmesan, but you can totally use all Parmesan. And an 1/8 of minced garlic. You can use an 1/8 to a 1/4, okay? Teaspoon. And let's go to the stove and heat this up. We're gonna make our sauce. Okay, so now we're just melting our sauce. I'm adding a little pepper. This is just to taste. If you don't like pepper, then obviously don't use it. So as you can tell, this is nice and thick. If you'd like it a little less thick, you can just add some water or almond milk. Okay, so let's get our little future noodles out. That's what it's gonna look like. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how we're gonna turn this into noodles. Okay, so we're just going to put this onto a cutting board. Okay, so now we're just gonna cut little strips. And we're making them a little thicker because this is more like fettuccine. This is like a fettuccine substitute. Okay, so now I've finished cutting my noodles. Now, if you want like a really thin noodle, all you need to do is get a bigger baking sheet. So it's gonna be a little more difficult to cut, but it's totally doable. I personally like it like this, so that's why I make it in like my smaller pan. But what we're gonna do is, so I'm just gonna pick them up just like so, and we're gonna put them onto our plate, and then we are going to plate it with the sauce and all that good stuff, okay? So now we're just gonna toss it. Here are our noodles with our sauce. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of pepper, okay? I'm also gonna add some chili flakes. This is obviously totally optional, but you know, if you're about that spicy life, then you can totally add some. I love adding broccoli. So I do have some broccoli here, but of course, if you're doing an egg fast, then you're not gonna have broccoli. But if you're just having like dinner and you want chicken and broccoli, then of course you would add, you know, a bunch of chicken and broccoli. Okay, so I ended up adding some broccoli to my dish. As you can see, this looks just like pasta, and wait until you try it. You're gonna be blown away. So I have one noodle here. It's kind of a little thick one. But remember, all you have to do is use a bigger pan, a baking sheet, and then they will be a lot thinner. I personally like them like this, so cheers. This tastes just like pasta. Of course, the texture is not like as thick, you know, like as dense, but it's delicious and the sauce is everything. Okay guys, so I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. It's super simple. Remember, it's super low carb. Honestly, there isn't a pasta out there that is lower in carbs unless it's like shirataki, but I'm not about that life. So this is so much better. You can also, of course, use zoodles, and there's like an edamame pasta that I also like. Let me know if you guys want me to show you like my substitutes. Maybe I can create like a video of all my favorite substitutes from high carb to low carb. So comment down below and let me know. But yeah, this is how I will be eating this. The only thing that I would say you can add would be chicken, but other than that, this is perfection. So I hope you really enjoy this recipe. Once you make it, come back and let me know what you think of it. And of course, if you want a little more of me, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok, Low Carb Love, and make sure that your post notifications are turned on so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Guys, I hope you really enjoy this. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah. All right, guys, so if you've stayed this long on the video, I wanted to actually talk to you a little bit about pasta substitutes, because of course, that's one of the things that we miss the most when we go low carb. So there are a few options. I actually wanted to film an entire video on pasta substitutes. Let me know if you want me to actually do that, because then I will order all the substitutes that are low carb and keto friendly, and then we can do like a taste test or somehow like give you all the info and the rundown on low carb pastas. Number one, just because I tend to have more of a sensitive stomach, and sometimes like if something's not gluten free, like these here that I'm gonna talk about right now, I feel like I might have a little bit of an intolerance to gluten. So I always love going with a zoodle. It's the cleanest. You can eat them daily. You know they're not gonna kick you out of ketosis. They are going to, if you have like a sensitivity to gluten, they're gonna be perfect, super low in calories, low in carbs, the whole shebang. So zoodles are definitely my number one choice, and I personally love them. Then we have these here. I don't have a discount code for any of these. These are just little things that I purchased along the way. This one here is by Great Low Carb. This is more of a pasta rice or like orzo. I've never tried this one, to be honest. It just came in like the variety pack. So I don't know about that one, but this one here is, so this is the penne, but the macaroni is actually really good. So they are not, I repeat, they are not gluten-free, but they're low in carbs. So it's kind of, you know, you just kind of have to weigh it out. This is something that I would have more on a treat. Like if I'm making mac and cheese, which I don't make too often, then that's where I would throw in like a pasta like this one here. Because again, it has gluten. It's not really dirty. I would just say it has, you know, you want to stay away from gluten because you want to keep your diet, you know, on the cleaner side. If you're on a weight loss journey. If you're not and you're just maintaining, then, you know, whatever you like that keeps you in, you know, on track, then it's fine. So this is just shirataki with added oat fiber. Let me know if you've tried this one. So this one here, I'll tell you, it's 15 calories, 0 sugar, 0 fat, keto certified. It has 4 grams of carbs, but it's 3 of fiber. So at the end of the day, it's yeah, it's super, super clean. So shirataki, if you like it, then this might be a good option. Again, I haven't tried it. So this is the La Viva. Let me know if you've tried it and what your thoughts are on that. This here, this is a tom yum shrimp. So this is kind of like a ramen noodle, like a cup of noodles. I made it for Nati. Nati was down with it. She put lemon, tapatio, and she was like, Mom, it's good. So this here is another noodle substitute that it's made with pumpkin seed protein, wheat gluten. So again, it's not gluten-free, and faba bean protein. So if you guys want to check these out, this is Emmy. So this is what I have on hand. I didn't have much, but I figured I would show you what I have and more or less like my thoughts on a low carb keto pasta. My recommendation or my tip, try to stick to natural vegetables. So I hope you enjoyed this little clip, And yeah, give me your opinion. Let me know which is your favorite pasta, and I'd love to hear.